I moved to Hawaii temporarily, just like on a whim, packed my bags and got on a one-way flight. My best friend grew up here and she's always like, come visit Hawaii, da, da, da. I'm like, girl, you think I'm made of money? Like I can only visit cheap places. Like, I one time went to Iceland to see the Northern Lights. I couldn't afford a single meal. I had to just eat bread from the grocery store. People are like, what should I eat in Iceland? I don't know, whole wheat. But I, of course, put a picture of Hawaii on my vision board, just like a random stock photo that I found on Google Images. I just thought this picture was pretty, and I didn't even know what island it was because there's a bunch. Started working remote, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna go. Hit her up. I'm like, I'm coming. And then it all just aligns super fast. I get hooked up with my place. I do a FaceTime with the landlord. She's like, do you have a flight booked to Hawaii? Have you ever been here? Like, are you rich? I'm like, no. And she's like, you know what? I have better candidates, people who would stay long term. But I have a weird feeling that you're meant to be here. And I want to give you that opportunity. So come on. I was like, hello? And she was like, but you have to come in like 2 weeks. I was like, okay. So bought a flight. And at first I was like, yes, Hawaii beach. But then as the day gets closer, I start having a lot of anxiety. Like, it's so far from home. What if I go broke? What if I get eaten by a shark? And I have just been at home for the last year because my mom got diagnosed with cancer. So I came home to just spend all this time with my family. Luckily, my mom has beat cancer, but it's scary after all that we've been through in the last year to just up and leave. As the last time I left, I was in the Philippines and my mom called me and was like, hey, don't freak out, but I have cancer. So I think I just got a lot of anxiety and trauma about leaving. So I tried to sabotage the flight. I didn't pack. It was 2 hours before my mom comes in. She's like, aren't you supposed to leave today? I was like, yeah, in 2 hours. She's like, you know what? Throw something in a suitcase. I'm gonna take you to the airport. And when you're there, like, ask them if you could change the flight without like getting all these penalties, because she knows it's gonna probably cost me to change it online. So I literally throw a bunch of random stuff in a suitcase, like not even skincare routine, no beach towel, nothing, just like random like workout clothes, like some flip-flops, like no real shoes. And we go to the airport. I walk in, I see there's a long line for Delta. So I walk up to this lady, I'm like, hey, I just need to like move my flight, I'm gonna miss it. She's like, huh? She literally grabs me and is like, come with me, runs me to the front of the line and is like, take her bag right now. Call some man. He like rushes me through TSA. I skip everyone. He puts me on the air train and he's like, run. He's like, run, girl, run. And I was like, ah! And the gate closes in like 15 minutes. They like rush me through TSA, everything. I call my mom because my mom's waiting outside. Poor thing. I call her and she's like, oh, did you change your flight? That was fast. And I was like, I'm gonna make it. She's like, that's not possible. And I was like, yeah, like they just let me skip everyone. She starts dying laughing. I think she's gonna like get mad and be like, you're so dumb, you're gonna get on the flight, you don't even have anything, you packed so stupid, you're so last minute, blah, blah, blah. And she just goes, wow, when even you can't mess up destiny, don't be scared, I'll be right here, go do what I can. Go do what I can. And this never happens. Every time I'm late for a flight, they're like, okay, you should have been here 3 hours ago. So I make the flight. My connection's actually at 555. And you know those spiritual girls say 555 means you're on the right path. And when I landed, I looked out my window and I was like, that looks familiar. This is the view in front of me. I'm like, wait a dang minute. And so I pointed at it to my landlord. I was like, what's that? She's like, oh, that's the Diamond Head crater. I showed her my vision board on my lock screen and I said, what's that? And she was like, oh, that's the Diamond Head and that's our house. And then she goes, is this your like vision board? And I was like, yeah. And then she goes, I knew you were meant to be here. So not only did I somehow manifest coming to Hawaii, I manifested the exact pinpoint location in which I would live. So I went to the crater to say thank you to God. And as I was leaving, a double rainbow appeared on a day it didn't rain.